Hello.
Hello, what's
How are you?
up?
How are you, Claire? Oh my gosh, hold on. I'm trying to figure out this lighting situation. It's like my face is super light right now for some reason. There you go.
Oh,
Will
better.
that help?
Oh no, it was
No.
good.
Should I just keep it glowing like this? Let me see if I can move it.
That's normal. Now it's good.
Okay, there you go. Perfect.
It's just like that.
Well, hi. How are you? Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of nervous. I'm always feel a little
I'm
scared in
so
front of the
excited
camera.
to get to know you more because you are a star, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you. So are you. I mean, oh my gosh, you invited me to this live. Like, thank you so much for making me a master this year. I'm beyond grateful, and it's crazy to see how like this year has just and the year that I've done this has just changed my life completely.
I'm so sure people cannot wait to get to know you. So let's start with who is Zander Lux? Everybody thinks you're Zander Lux. Who is Justin Ramirez?
So I right now I live in Vegas, and I'm actually 21, turning 22 this year. It all started like before Xander Lux even was created. I was actually working like normal, like 9 to 5 jobs. I worked like probably a handful of them, and
What
I honestly
did you
could
do?
always. Mhm.
What did you do?
So my first job I actually worked as a server, and I did that for like I remember I think that was my first job. I did that for 8 days, and I was like, yeah, I don't like this. So no, I know, right? My first job. Imagine my parents yelled at me. They're like, why did you quit? And I'm like, I don't like it. It was hard. And then after that, I did work at Czech City for a little bit, and then I did sales after that for about like a good year or so. And when I was just traveling on the road. I was living from my luggage from bag to bag in like a different city every other couple days. So I feel like
Where
that
is
taught me. Say again?
where is your family?
They're actually all based here in Vegas too.
Oh,
So,
there. So you
yes,
born
I
in
love how.
Vegas?
I was actually born in California. I was born in Northern Cal, and it's like up and it's small. No one really knows it. It's Oxnard. It's like a small little town. Kinda. It's by near Ventura. We kind of only have like the mall there, and that's about it. But yeah. So
That
yeah. Out here, like they moved here when I was really young, so basically like too young to remember. But I've basically been here my whole life. I'm definitely I basically Vegas raised.
I love Vegas. I like it's literally one of my favorite place. And I it's funny because I tell my husband all the time, like I would love to live in the Red Rocks, like, you know,
Hmm.
also have like mountains that are more, not like green mountains,
Yeah,
not like, North Carolina or
yeah.
Washington kind of mountains. And
We have like rocks out here. We got like
I,
those. Like, yeah.
I love cactuses. I love rocks. That, yeah, I don't know. It's just so soothing to me.
Hmm.
More than the beach. I know.
Really?
Yeah, I know,
You
right? A lot of people say that to me.
you would
I
love
don't
the trails out here then. Have you done any of the trails while you were out here, or like any of the
know.
hikes? Oh my gosh, what?
Before
There's like so many.
I went to Vegas, I really only went to like the Las Vegas Strip, like
Hmm.
shows and stuff like that. I
Hmm.
never did really. Oh no, I did like a Hoover Dam thing with the helicopter. It was cool,
Oh
but
yeah, that's really
I'm,
fun.
I'm gonna come out there.
Hey, you have open doors over here. I'll be super excited. I'll take you on a trail so you can see like the outs, like a little bit more of like the local Vegas, but then the strip is always fun too.
So how did you get into this? How
Um,
what made you say, okay, I'm gonna do eyebrows? Like,
I always tell everyone, all my clients, when they ask me that too, because you don't grow up saying, "Hey, I'm going to do brows for a living," right? Because you always just kind of stumble on it. When I found it out, I think I was on Instagram, and then I saw this one guy like doing like he was just doing his thing alone, and I asked, I think I remember I asked him, I'm like, "What do you do?" And he's like, "I do brows," and I was like, okay, like what do you mean brows?" And he broke it down, and then after
he,
that, I went
he like makeup brows or like what
like
kind?
permanent makeup.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah. And it was super foreign to me. So I'm like, you could tattoo brows. I had the old vision of like the old, crazy tattooed brows. So I went and asked, and then I basically went down the rabbit hole of microblading and trainers, and then I actually almost went to train with somebody else, and then when I found Tanny, which is my trainer, I know. Once I saw hers, like it took me like a month to deliberate on this woman, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go for it. But then literally like a couple days later, I found Tanny. I didn't even think about it. I saw her work, I saw everything, and I'm like, okay, that's her. I'm gonna figure that out. And at that time, I was actually working at Czech City because I had quit my traveling job, and I actually the 3 months that I worked at Czech City, I
What
saved up to.
to like
Pardon?
like they did they what is check city?
Oh, Czech City is like this check cashing place where you offer loans to
Oh,
people.
check.
Like,
I thought like to yeah, like
yeah,
rate
like,
checks.
mhm.
Yeah.
Like a check, yeah, like a check cashing place. I was working there, and I actually saved up all my money that I made for 3 months there to like pay for my course. And I knew like the
Uh,
moment I had enough to be able to purchase the course, like I quit, and then I just went like full fledged for it because I'm like, this is gonna work. But in the beginning, you know, it was crazy. Like I was just like, oh my god, what am I doing? What am I getting myself into? I got so nervous, and then I just never would have thought like it was what it is today. You know.
so you started with microblading
Mm-hmm.
with Annie
Mm-hmm.
and went to a live course, I remember.
Yep.
And then like you literally took off like this. So I
Mm-hmm.
remember because I started like noticing you, and then I asked Tanya, I said, who is this kid? And oh my God, he is so talented. Well, I'm like, I told her, I said, he's gonna be a master. Like I could see, I said, I see, like,
uh,
you know, I said, he's gonna be a master. And she goes, I think so. Like, I mean, he's very new. This was like when you first took the training. And
yeah.
I talk about you to everybody because everybody says, oh, like to become a master, like I have to keep taking trainings. And I said, no, Justin took only one training. He never, you know, advanced
Um,
training. And they're like, oh my God, I know that guy. I know that guy. Like,
yeah. Oh my god, it's so crazy to hear. Like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy.
you know?
Yeah. I remember, I think one of the first posts that you liked of mine, I completely like fangirled. I was just like, oh my God, like this is Claire. And then when Tanny started liking my posts too, I was like freaking out. Like, I remember all the likes, I remember everything. I remember Tanny too messaging me because I had like talked to her. I would just submit some of my work even after the course, and I'd be like, what do you think of this latex? And then she'd be like, oh my God, I've talked to you about Claire. Like, Claire's, you know, we've talked about you. And I was just like, ah, oh my God, that's like crazy, you know?
I know. I've been where you were. Of course I know.
It's crazy to see how far you've come. How do you remember your first couple latexes and your first like?
Let me tell you something.
Mm.
When I started doing microblading, there was no such a thing as latex.
Oh my gosh, that
Yeah.
must have been very fun.
Oh, it was like you couldn't even get it. I there was nothing.
Hmm.
Fibrows didn't. It wasn't even called Fibrows.
Hmm.
The brand Fibrows didn't
Hmm.
exist.
Wow.
He was just starting. Like he
Hmm.
was coming with a name, and you know, nothing. It was not. It was just nothing. No online course.
Yeah,
No
it's
video.
great.
No, nothing. The only video I had was how to use the golden ratio compass,
Hmm.
YouTube, and that's like that was it. I didn't have anything.
Wow.
It was hard. It was hard. When I started, it was
Hmm.
very hard.
That's incredible because look at all the outlets and like resources that we have now. You know, like we have so
Oh
many
my
videos that
God,
we have, and like,
here now.
yeah,
So even since you started, it's better, you know?
yeah. There's so many more tools
Oh,
now.
see the comments?
Oh wait, I haven't even seen. Oh my God! Hi everyone. Thank you,
Hi,
Mosquito Bella.
Amanda.
Oh my God, Amanda's in here. Hi. Oh, you
Oh
guys are so
my God.
sweet. Thank you.
So, okay, I have a lot of questions for you.
Yeah.
Have you always wanted to do permanent makeup, or was there another path you could have taken? Like after you
Uh, mhm.
died, were you like, I don't know if I want to do this, or like you were like, no, this is it? Or were you thinking to do other things at the same time?
Um, Honestly, I had no direction when I found this. I was in a very lost like space for a little bit because I was like, what am I doing? I am like just out of high school, and then like I kind of wasted like a year or two, and I was just like, oh my God, yeah, I don't know what to do. And then I found this, and I actually immediately right when I started practicing, even though it tested my ego in the beginning, and I'm like, damn, this is kind of hard. I still knew how much I loved it, and I was just like, I'm gonna go full fledged for it. I didn't have any other direction. I mean, if there was ever to have been a plan B, but I just didn't like school. I wanted to be a
Uh,
plastic surgeon and everything.
ever think about going to college?
Hmm. I did. At one point I did, and I wanted to be a plastic surgeon for a while, and I was like, my GPA was pretty good. Yeah, my GPA and everything in high school was really, really great. I was trying to go to like other like universities, trying to work everything out, but then I just realized I'm like, when I even in high school, like I just didn't like the school, and I was just like, I don't think I'd be forcing this down myself, and I would never be happy if I did it.
Are
So
you happy?
anyway,
You love like what you do?
oh, I absolutely love it. I could do it all day. My body probably can't, but mentally I'm doing brows all day. It's like when you look, you know what it's like being an artist and everything too. Like, you
But
look at people.
you are an artist.
Thank
I
you.
remember when you made the Beauty Angels logo with like freaking
The brows.
brows. I was like, this
That
is nuts. I
I'll
remember.
never forget when I did that too. I actually have it right here in my little stash. I remember when that idea came to mind. I was like, Justin, do you want to tackle this right now? How to draw? I can't even draw by hand. So the fact that I was even able to draw the Angels logo, like I'm not with a pencil, I cannot draw for at all, which is very strange. Mm-mm. So the fact that I was able to draw that angel, I could do the blading part was like kind of like a little bit more easier than the drawing, but like with the drawing, I had my ruler, I had everything. I was like trying to trace everything, figuring it out. That was, I'll never forget, that was like a 6, 7 hour project. Took a while to do that, but I wanted to get it done in one sitting. So I was sitting there. I remember my mom was walking in my room. She was like, "Are you good?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just practicing."
I'm just practicing. You were like practicing time, and I feel like your latex work
Mhm.
is just so phenomenal, honestly, that it's
Thank you.
like every time I'm like, oh, I have to share this. I have to share that. And I'm like, okay, I'm sharing Zander locks. Okay.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I
It's
really.
not a lot of people who does like latex like you. You are so talented. Like, and I remember you did one latex that it's like all intricate, like 3D, and people
Oh,
are like, but you can't like cross strokes. I'm like, okay, like it's not like this is
mm-mm.
hyper realistic, cool, like fun
Just to
kind
look
of.
at. Yeah, that's I always have to,
Yeah.
now I have to put disclaimers on all my latex. I have to put disclaimers on each one. This is for artistic reasons, no longer for like
Right.
people, because people will like chew me out in the comments, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you
Right.
guys, how I'm like, have fun. I'm like, do not just have fun with latex.
It's
But
art. It's latex art.
yeah, it
Brown.
is. Yeah, and I have a whole bunch of new posts coming up, so I'll tag you in those too. I've been like, yeah, like racking my brain. I'm like, okay, what more could I do? What more can I do?
Amazing. So, okay, you already said that. I was gonna say who was your master for the ones who didn't know, but we already said that it was Sway Sway.
Hmm.
Okay, so tell us, this is probably something that a lot of people want to know. How did you raise in the ranks of Beauty Angels? Like, how long did it take you to become a master?
About a year and 2 months, or like about a year and 2 months. That was, that was crazy. But in the best way possible. Like I loved it, but like I love it, and like I know I was an artist for. I remember I graduated from. So basically, I think I took my course in September, and I graduated August. I mean, not September. September, October. I graduated October, and then from October
Yeah,
until about
months
like.
waited.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. That's what's weird to
You
look
know
back at.
what? Kim Do has had the record before. Maybe you broke her record.
Wait, who had the record?
Kim Do.
Oh my gosh, we'll have to find out because I want to know. I think it was like October. I think I took the course September 28th and 29th, and then I graduated. I want to say October 12th or 17th, something like that. A
Yeah.
couple.
Oh my gosh.
It
That's
was,
crazy.
or 23rd. It might have been 23rd, something like
Like,
that.
but there are people who can't do it even in 8 months.
Yeah. when I see that, you just gotta. I just know I was very persistent with that latex, you know, and that's something I will tell anyone. In this year, I learned that like consistency is the number one thing. You know, you're gonna have your moments where you slack. You're gonna have your moments where you're just not gonna want to like do anything. You're gonna give it up. You know, but I would say like that's what helped me push through everything. Like, because I remember I had my moments. I remember when I was kind of already kind of established and I wouldn't get clients for a little bit, and I'd be like, oh my god, I almost gave it up. Happy I didn't. Like, you know, in this year, it was definitely a testing point. You know, you could be doing everything right and some things will still be going wrong. But like, I know when I shot up, it was because of quarantine. Quarantine was a blessing for me, as bad as that sounds like it was, because like when everyone
No,
was at home.
for me too. I realized a lot of things that what I wanted to do with my life, career. You know, I stopped teaching pretty much. I mean, I do teach, but I only teach like private classes
Yeah.
now. Amanda comes here. You're always welcome to come here also. We would love to.
Yeah.
Of course. I think it was like a very good mind cleaning for a lot
Yeah.
of people. So
Yeah, I
it's good.
brought up a lot of stuff for everybody, you know, a lot of healing things and just like figuring things out because you were just forced alone there to be able to, you know, have that time. And not many people in their lives get to just have that like harsh 2 months of being able to think, you know? So that definitely helped me. That's what shot my Instagram up. I think before quarantine, I started my Instagram and it had like, I only had like a thousand something followers. And then after quarantine, because I started going crazy with latex, it shot up to 15 or like 14.3 thousand in those 2 months. It was crazy. I remember my first
How
post when
do you have right now?
I'm at 19.5. I've been like kind of like staying, I got plateaued for a little bit. The algorithm with everything.
Algorithm. Like mine doesn't grow that much either.
It's been tough. I don't get it. It's like I try to switch it up with reels and all the new little things that they're throwing in. It's just like, oh, I miss the old algorithm, you know?
No, but you know, I remember, and all of a sudden I looked and I'm like, holy shit, how did you get like 10K?
Yeah, that
No,
was
seriously, I was like thinking, then this is something that is good to talk about because I really personally think that latex really gets a lot of followers.
it
And I'm
does.
telling my social media girls, I say, you
Mhm.
know what? I haven't been doing latex, and I was doing tutorials also. I
Mhm.
mean, you only do so many tutorials. Like
Yeah.
how much can you, I mean, it's like the beginning of the brow, that this, that, like, okay. But you know what? Honestly, my husband said, why don't you just need to go sit and just practice? You also used to do these lives. Do you still do it? I used to see you and Caroline do these lives showing latex.
Yeah, we sometimes we're like we actually still have we have some planned out coming soon. She's been in the she's been in the process. Mhm.
Have you been doing it?
Mm-mm. I haven't done a live in
Maybe,
a while.
maybe that's what grew your followings too.
That's true. I was doing more lives with latex. People were tuning in a lot more. I did forget that I was doing that too.
There you go.
Latex is a huge seller. It's crazy. I remember like the one that shot up. I think the one that I have to like thank for it was this one where it was like it was a row of 4 brows, I think it was, and it got me like. And at the time, this is when I was like maybe 1,000 something, and it got me like 3,000, like 3,000, 3.7 thousand likes, and I know, and I was gaining like thousands of followers after that. I'll never forget because I remember I was like, Justin, you have the ball right now. Because then I posted another latex back to back with it, and it got like another 1,000 or something. The most latex, I think the highest liked latex that I have is at like 7.5 thousand likes, and that's insane for a latex. I was like, wow.
You know
Like,
what I call latex?
hmm?
You know what I call latex?
What is it?
Latex.
Wait, say. Hold on, say again. You got cut out. No, I missed it.
Okay, you know what sells? Sex sells, right?
Hmm.
So I say it's not latex, it's latex.
Yeah. No, it is. Literally, that's like
Sells.
our sex for
Like,
the Instagram over here. It's
right,
damn latex. Like
right. Okay, let's see what else we want to know about you. Okay, to move on to good stuff, being so young and so successful. Okay, so it is known that you are a successful microblading artist. Everybody knows that. how did you build up your brand? Your brand. You became a brand.
Mm-hmm. Um, a lot of consistency in posting, and then also the work that I show for my clients and the way I present myself on Instagram. Those are all really important factors that go into building your brand. I feel like I try to show little things on my Instagram that show who I am. I try to show my personality as much as I can. I try to keep it as real life as I can for my clients. I try to keep everything very neat, very tidy, and then also love to show basically like the work that I obviously produce on my clients, and then I always hold my each post to a certain standard, and if it's not at that standard, then I won't post it.
You
Um,
take very good pictures.
Thank you, thank you. I have a couple of little.
Learned that. And actually probably showed you too. Like she shows her students live course.
Yeah, she has, and I've taken, the great part about like being an artist and and having so many like outlets to learn from Beauty Angels and a whole bunch of other artists too. You learn little tricks of the trade. Like there's certain apps that I use that like make sure everything looks really good and tight and needy. I mean, and neat, excuse me. But yeah, like that's really important to building your brand, and also just like it's just crazy how much back work there is to it too. Like you could have the outside of the brand, but then you got to look. Like I just had to do taxes for the first time this year. And I was like, whoa, that's a whole other part of a business and a whole other part of a brand. Because I was like, damn, I'm writing everything off. I didn't. Yeah, that was a crazy one. But yeah, building my brand. I guess it was just a lot of consistency and but like being your own cheerleader a lot too. Making sure that you have clear visions for what your goals are. I think what helped me really build up my brand was just knowing what I wanted to do in the future and how to get there. I guess breaking that up into pieces.
Was your family supportive?
Very from the beginning. I was, yeah, I was very like not to.
Oh, eyebrows. What?
Yeah, my mom was actually my number one supporter for sure. She's gotten me out of my little funks like whenever I had gotten in them. I told her I was doing brows. She's like, "Oh, that's interesting." At first, of course, a bit apprehensive, and then I kind of broke it down to her the potential in it, and she was like, "Oh my God, yeah, let's do brows." And then my stepdad was very supportive. The one person who was like such a sweetheart, but I was still very nervous to tell because I come from a Latino family, Mexican. So like I chatted when I told my grandma, I was like, "Hey, I'm not going to college. I'm kind of going to school for brows." And she was just like, "Oh, okay." And then I had to like completely break it down for her. And then she was super accepting afterwards. And they're all just very proud now because they seen my little.
Do you speak Spanish?
I'm like a useless Spanish speaker because I could understand it perfectly, but I can almost have normal conversations. But when it comes to like the professional terms that I could need to use, it's like gone. I'll try to taking only Spanish speaking clients. I still will, but like trying to explain everything, I'm like, how do I say this?
You need to practice.
Yeah, I do. It's hard. There's certain
Like
words or
Spanish because my grandma, my abuelita, she always spoke to me in Spanish, and I never ever studied Spanish.
I didn't even know that, Claire.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, Latinos always tell me I have even actually a good accent, but they always, told me that if you just hear from your childhood, like from your family, it's there. They always told me that, and it will come out. So you just have to make an effort and not be shy. If you're shy, then
that's my biggest problem. I'm actually pretty shy when it's Spanish speakers because I'm just like they're gonna judge me. But then every time I just let go, they're always like, "Dude, you're like really good. Like, don't worry." And I'm like, "Well, I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm just gonna get judged by like some Spanish speakers like, you don't say it like that or something." I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of how I learned it too. My grandma only spoke to me.
Always. I said, "Stop speaking to me in Spanish. I didn't want to be different." I grew up in Turkey, and then she kept saying to me, "If you ever go to Mexico or Spain," okay, Spain was not far from Turkey, but I'm thinking Mexico, like Latin America, is like so far away. I would never, never, ever in my wild imagination think now I have like Mexican partners. I'm like, what? Like, and she never even saw it. She passed away before, but that's
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and she raised me. I grew up with her, and then she, told me, "You gotta be sorry that you're not talking to me." I, to the day she passed away, I never spoke to her in Spanish. Never. Because I was intimidated.
Yeah.
I was,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to talk,
Yeah.
because it was actually funny because all the grandkids, we used to make fun of her because her Turkish was not that perfect.
Ah, no.
So,
Yeah.
like, we would
Yeah.
joke with,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like, and
Yeah.
she would take the things like, "Stop it, stop
Yeah.
it, don't make fun of me."
Yeah.
I was like scared that she would make fun of me, like, what? But yeah, so it was actually very emotional when I was with Fibrows. I went to teach removal in Mexico,
Oh,
and I
wow.
did the whole course in Spanish. I was like, "Oh my God, this is crazy."
Claire, no, you didn't. No, you did a whole thing in Spanish?
The whole course.
You have more balls than me. I would have been scared. I would have been like, I don't know if I can teach. You just went for it. Wow.
Mijo, yo puedo hablar en español mejor de ti. Mira,
Claro que sí, que lo puedo hablar mejor.
probably. But also what happened is I hired a nanny. My husband said, "You know what, we have kids, we want nanny that doesn't speak English." So because the kids are going to speak English anyway. But the funny thing was, now my nanny speaks English better.
Oh, English? Oh.
Almost 12 years with me is a long time. But the funny thing is, my kids don't speak.
No.
My kids don't speak Turkish. My kids don't speak. Yeah, nothing. I know. Terrible.
That's
terrible,
okay.
terrible.
Yeah, damn it. You could always still kind of try to teach them. Just only speak to them in Turkish, at least something. I don't know.
Well, it is what it is. What are you going to do? Now I try to teach them eyebrows and they don't want that either.
It's funny how when someone's around it though, like you get curious. Like my boyfriend, for example, like he would see me practice. At first, I'm not gonna lie, he thought it was kind of easy. He was like, "Oh, okay, like yeah, that like interesting, you know." And then I was like, "Here's the blade, and then here's the latex. Go ahead, try it." And he's left-handed. He's actually a full-time. He's a full-time student right now. He actually just graduated from UCSG. He's going to medical school. He's going to be a plastic surgeon. Yeah, but
oh my God, you wanted to be.
Crazy thing, right? What a coincidence. Like, but he actually right now is currently working at Best Buy, but I just don't like how much they pay him, so I'm actually hiring him as my staff artist for removal. Yeah.
Oh, so smart.
He's gonna be my removal artist, and he's like super excited. Like, we have the removal kit like right here because he just took the course, and I have all his like.
So freaking smart, man.
Thank you. And he's like super excited too. And I told him, I told him like, get used to skin because microblading and all. When he was trying latex, he's like, "Whoa, is this hard?" I'm like, "Look, removal is a very easy way to learn into skin at least. And then when the time comes, I'm giving him the option whether he wants to learn microblading or powder brows. But I think he's leaning more towards microblading because he likes the artistic flow that goes into it. So he's gonna be doing that, so he doesn't have to work during med school at Best Buy. He just wants to go full brows until then, or who knows what's going to happen. He's open to any room.
Watch.
Right.
His mom will be coming after you.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Ramirez.
You're like, "But why? I'll be like, "Look, it's okay." But yeah, very, very excited for that. He should be up and running. I think like he's about to finish up the course. He's on the latex portion. He has me right here to like constantly like be like his, checking his latex. So when he submits it, everything is good. But he should be up and running in like 2 more weeks, and he's like really excited.
Good. Yeah, Best Buy what? Who? Come on. Removal.
Permanent makeup. It's a hidden gem people do not realize. Like.
Good. And plus you have already now this audience, and you don't have to like removal. It's so easy to learn and to do, honestly.
And it's an amazing, almost like I would say not upsell, like more just like to keep those clients there. Just because I've been turning down like so many in the past 2-3 months now that things have gotten even more and more serious. Like, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it hurts me to like lose that client relationship, because then once they go to their removal artist, they're gonna go get their brows done by then.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, super happy to get to have them with me again.
Wow. All right, let me see my next questions
Yeah.
because this time is running like this. Hold on. At
Yeah.
such a young age, how did you manage to stay focused and work hard? This is very, very good question for you.
Yeah.
I'm really curious because I tell you what, a lot of, like, I want to say even kids, because to me,
Hmm.
like, you could be my kid. I'm 47
Yeah.
years old, you know? Like,
Mhm.
how old is your mom? I bet you she's younger than me.
She's actually turning 42 this year, I think.
I told you, I'm the old mother. Respect.
Right. So that was actually that's a very good question. I have a million answers to it, but I think I'm gonna break it down and like narrow it to two. So basically I think the way I was able to stay focused, especially being in Las Vegas, this is a city where people could easily get sucked into partying and there's so many things to do that will gonna distract you
Totally.
and things like yeah. When I was actually 15, I got my first fake ID, and this is important. But I got my 15 years old. I was in the club from
Great.
15.
My son is 15. Stop it.
Oh, no, fake ID? What's that? I was about 15. I had my first fake ID, and then I partied honestly like an animal until I was about like 17. It was bad at one point. I was going like every day, and it was just like a new realm. But I thank myself for doing that because that was my plan when I was 15. I told myself I wanted to get my fake ID. So by the time I'm in my 20s, I would, I knew that I would be tired of partying, and I knew exactly. Hopefully, I would just have it out of my system. So push come to shove, when I left that traveling job, I felt like I was at a standstill. I didn't want to party. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So when I came to browse, like I had nothing but focus on my side and like that drive because I'm like, okay, well I focused on the partying side of my life and like I just saw what could happen to people when they just don't take care of themselves and they don't focus on their future. And I knew I didn't want to be that typical person, like what like just in my community as well, like in the gay community, I see a lot of the same thing, and it's like, where are these successful guys at? Where are they besides like these 30, 40-year-olds going to the bar and burning out there? I did not want to be that. And that drove me every day that I didn't want to be like a stereotype of my community. So that kept me going really, really hard when I was building my business up because I just didn't want to, I already got the partying out of me and I just wanted to focus on making sure that I didn't burn out. And I just knew I just wanted to do something serious for my family and everything.
Then
What happened?
I said you got it out of your system pretty quick.
How I did, because even now, like, and my friends will be like, "Why aren't you going out?" I'm like, "Look, I enjoy my couch and my TV, and like I'm such a homebody now. I hardly go out."
Thing?
Yeah, he's actually a crazy. He's a homebody just like me. We're both like couch potatoes, so it's a blessing. And he's actually 22, which I appreciate. And he's very, very. I'm surprised that he's 22 because I used to always kind of go for older. But like he's actually very mature for his age, so I'm like that works out perfectly. And he just has. I like that he has like set goals, and that's really
You
important to me.
you what? Is he a little bit older than you? Are you
Just
20?
21. He's just 22. He's turning 23 in January. So it's like, yeah, I'm usually used to going a little bit like older, but like this time I was like, oh, okay, this is good.
Nice. All right. Wow. Do you believe that it is harder to become a successful being so young? Like, or
I I think it's all in mindset. I think I feel like I don't think it's a bad thing to be successful. I mean, not bad thing, I guess. I don't think it's harder to be successful when you're younger. I feel like, I feel like I've always had that mentality. I have nothing but time right now.
it's but I think it is harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people don't trust you as much. They say, oh, he's a kid.
That's true. I have gotten that. Sometimes you see that in the beginning of I saw that in the beginning of my career where people kind of would, they'll talk to you a certain way because they won't really see eye to eye with you. But then after a while, you build that credibility up, I guess, and then people like begin to trust you more. But I guess it's for anyone that's young in the audience and like anybody who thinking about being like, just young and thinking about doing this, I would say just like you have to present yourself really hardly and you have to stand your ground no matter what you do. Because I will have older, like some like middle-aged women, and sometimes they will like be talking down to me, and I'm just like, no,
Yeah,
bro, you
like,
came to me, like
yeah.
I'm the service provider here, like listen to me, I got you. So yeah, I've learned to just kind of stand my ground with my age and everything, but I haven't actually, thank God, really run into issues where I've been put in a position where I felt uncomfortable because they were a bit older than me or anything like that.
So they didn't treat you like Like,
Not never super bad, but they'll just have their condescending moments just because of like age, and it'll just be like, ah, whatever, brush it off. I'm used to dealing with people that are a little bit older than me anyway, so it was just kind of like I know how to talk to everyone, I guess.
and you know what? Also, one more thing that I want to
Yeah.
emphasize, because people say, oh, like, when can I become a master? Like, this is a big question.
Hmm.
Everybody wants to be. Okay. And I always said, it's not about how long you're doing. Like,
Hmm.
you probably don't know even the numbers, how
Hmm.
many eyebrows you've done. Or
Hmm.
you could be doing it for 5 years and you do only one eyebrow a week. You know
Hmm.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's really, really important. It doesn't matter how long you're doing it. It's like how much experience you have.
Yeah.
It doesn't bring you the experience.
Mm-mm. No, because as you heard, like you mentioned it, like someone could take 8 months on the course alone, and then sometimes like that 8 months, what could have been for one person is different for another person. It just depends on how much you put into it. What taken me a year, had I maybe not has taken it as seriously, could have taken me years to become a master or whatever. You have to put that time into this craft, and that's really important.
Right. Wait, we have a question. Has there been any time when you thought you would walk away from PMU?
Yes. It was. This is another thing that goes back into quarantine being a blessing. I actually, when I was at about 1,000 followers last year, around this time, I mean, a couple months, probably like March or whenever, right before quarantine hit, I actually almost gave it up completely. And during quarantine, I almost gave it up too. I knew my work was like, like it was good. It wasn't bad, but like it was good. I was getting clients, but I wasn't getting enough. And I was just like freaking out because the return, I was just doing everything right, but it just didn't seem to have been working for a second. And I remember I almost gave it up completely, and then quarantine hit. And I remember I had my first full month almost right before quarantine hit. And then quarantine hit, and I had to let go of all those clients. Not let go of it, but I had to reschedule them, and I lost a lot of
Yeah.
clients. And I remember that first month was really rough. I finally looked back at my reports, and I was like, oh my God, like, what did I do? This, and that. And then
Yeah.
my mom was there for me though, and she was like, "Justin, don't be stupid. Look at all the time you put into it. Like, she's like, just don't." She's like,
Right.
wait. She was like, just wait until we open back up. And I'm very happy I didn't give it up because right when we opened up, I was booked out for 2.5 months, and I went to work back hard, and I'm very thankful for it. So it was back around this time last year I actually almost gave it up, and I'm happy I didn't because.
Look at you, a year later, year and whatever.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I felt a little bit weird a couple months ago, and I was just like, wow, to think like I really almost gave it up, but I'm happy I didn't. And anybody, do not give it up. It gets fucking frustrating, but do not give it up. It's what was so worth it.
Ah, amazing. I like hearing that. You did have your own, and
Mhm.
you are. We all human. You know. Look who is here. Caroline is here.
Oh my God, Caroline! Hi, Carol. I can't see any of the comments. I'm sorry, guys. If you're saying anything, hello.
Justin, I'm your biggest fan, she says.
Oh, I love you, Caroline. You're so sweet.
Ah.
That's another crazy one. That's an example of like the relationships that you could build in the community, and this goes within Beauty Angels too. Like Caroline, she's become my best friend. Like we have been there together before. Like everything. Like I love her so much. Like who would have thought? It's like that's another one. I know Crystal's out there too. She's another best friend of mine. It's crazy to see like the community and like you could online friends that you build and then you meet and
Yeah,
you're like, oh my God.
yesterday I was actually talking to an artist
Mhm.
from London,
Oh
and she
wow.
says that she's been following Beauty Angels, she's
Mhm.
been watching, and she would love to be, because she sees how supportive we all are to each
Mhm.
other. And masters also, it's not like
Yeah.
everybody's so nice. Everybody gives each other like compliments and even refer students and stuff like
Mhm.
that. And she was congratulating me. She says, "You built an amazing community." I'm like, "Oh my God, that's like so nice to hear."
You did. You really did. Because I remember that
Aw.
you huge like round of applause for you. Seriously, like I remember when I first heard about the community thing, like I was just like, huh, really? But then once you go into it, like it's literally like a warm blanket. Like everyone is so kind to one another, and there's like so many just fucked up people in the industry, and like there's so much hate. It's so annoying. But like if you could move past that, like Beauty Angels, that's why I love it. I love it here. It's just I
We
feel like
love
such a
you,
blessing.
Justin. I'm so did not go with that other girl.
Yeah, very happy too.
Wait, what else are they saying? Since you don't see the notifications, hold on, let me see what's going on here. The Coke community is so much better than the Pepsi community.
No, it is.
So funny. Aw, thank you, Miss Claire. The love and support is so real. Aw, thank you, guys. I just love this open dialect. Okay, has there been any time? Wait, hold on. Justin. I'm the beast. Love this energy, y'all. Aw, thanks, Jeremy. Everybody's loving it.
Thank you guys.
Oh,
Thank you.
wait,
Thank
there's
you.
another question here. How did you come into the PMU world? But we did answer this. Who do you look up to them and now? Who do you look up to them and now?
Actually, the woman that I still completely look up to is my trainer, Sway Browse. I literally idolize her. She is a beast at everything. Her and Amanda, both of them. I look up to both of them. They're both amazing. They all around like powerhouses. Like they do business really well. They do artists really well. You know, they have teams now and locations. I'm like, that's like such a goal of mine. And seeing how driven they are, especially with such busy lives. When I think about it, and whenever I have my moments where I will sit and complain, because we all have our moments, and I'll be like, you know what? No, like they're out here doing it. I definitely idolize them a lot, and especially you too, because you run a damn academy. Like you have it's such a big operation that you have going on at this point too. So it's like I idolize like you guys, like insane. Seriously, you guys are like insane.
Well, you know what? The new Beauty Angels business model coming up very soon. And you could also build your giant empire with Beauty Angels. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, okay. I'm going on my toes.
Okay, wait. Hold on. What is this? Zander, you're the best.
Thank you, guys.
People call you Zander because they think your name is Zander.
I honestly have, it's, there's a funny thing with that. When I was actually 15 and going out and stuff, my going out name was actually Zander. So I'm used to responding to both, but it's my middle name. But at this point, all my clients always.
Yeah. It's your middle name?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it's Justin Zander. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Justin Zander Ramirez, and it's like I've honestly been so used to getting called both. I'll answer to whichever one. Like clients will walk in and they'll be like, "Hi, Justin." I'm like, "Hey," or like, "Hey, Zander," and I'm like, "Hey, girl, how are you?" So yeah, I'm used to both.
Everybody in my office calls you Zander. I'm like,
yeah,
it's not Zander, it's Justin. Now I'm gonna say, okay, it's his name. I thought it was. I didn't know that.
No, I like both. Whichever one you prefer to call me.
Wait, Justin, why did you do that? What did you do that helped you get booked constantly? Boost ads? Did you boost ads?
Yeah. So definitely. I boosted a client worth of ads in the very beginning. Like, well, it depends on like where I guess where as an artist that you are. But in the beginning, like if I knew for sure I was gonna have like a handful of clients, I would spend one full client worth on boosting an ad because one if you boost that one ad for however X amount of dollars, one client's gonna pay for it back anyway. And then who knows how many more clients that's gonna get you in the future. Maximizing each post.
So, okay, so you did pay for boost ads then?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, good amount.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I like at the time when I was charging like $450, I would spend $450 or like more depending on like how I felt the post was doing, or whichever posts, because I would boost multiple too. But like I know for a fact that like once a month I would for sure spend like a client's worth of ads because I know that one booking is just gonna pay for itself, and then plus it'll get me however many more clients in that time that I'm boosting that. So if I boost it for 14 days, I get one booking, that one client's already like paid for my ad, and then whatever ones come for the remaining like week or two that I have the ad running, that's all my money. That's all game for everything. That's kind of the way I look at it. But what helped me a lot too,
because it just brings you more. If you don't give, you don't get.
Yes, for sure. And that goes down, you have to spend to be able to make more money. And with ads too, ads for sure helped me, definitely by posts, making sure I was maximizing my clients. And like, whatever you see that people are liking, like definitely post more of that client or things like that. Because
LASIK.
Latex, yes. And latex people get to clients too. I have a whole bunch of clients always walking in and they're like, I want this. And I'm like, okay, maybe not that one, but I can give you this one. Like, I'll get some
Not that
girls.
one.
Yeah.
That is
I get
cross.
some girls still. I'll get some girls still. They'll show me like my crazy hyper realism one where it's just all over the place, but like it gets put together. Like I want this, and I'm like, about that. Like that's definitely impossible.
Unless you put a latex stuck on your head.
Hey, we'll make
we,
stickers. We'll make master stickers.
I know, right? Wait, is there here? Z, what's your why? What does that mean? Ivan, what does that mean? I don't understand what that means.
Like, what's my why? Like to like doing it maybe, or
Oh, he'll write back. He'll write back. Okay,
yeah.
at such young age. Oh no, I already asked you that.
It's okay.
Listen, I don't have my glasses. I'm old.
No, you're not old.
What are the pros and cons of being so young in this specific industry?
Pros, I get a lot of young clients, like really young clients, just because I'm very relatable with them.
Yeah.
So that's always fun because, you know, you always get like the really, really like, all my clients are beautiful, but you also get those really pretty ones too. So like, you know, it's very great for like marketing and things like that. So you really get the young crowd, and then young people, especially in Vegas, you get one person that works in the club, or like one person that works in the club. Next thing you know, you work on the entire club, and then it goes down everywhere. Like it happens. So like that's what's really fun about working with young people, being young. I would say a con about being such a young artist, and this is actually something that like, comes in my mind still to this day. Learning how to differentiate work at times from personal life, and also like sometimes just wanting to lay back and be like, Justin, you're young, you're 21, you should be enjoying a little bit, or choosing to like dedicate business. Yeah, I do. It's like I'm like relearning a balance right now. I'm kind of working around that just because I have been kind of, I feel like I almost set myself back for the past month just a little bit, because I'm like, okay, whoa, I just redid my schedule, and I put a lot of days, and I'm like, okay, let me pump the brakes a little bit.
Money. What are you doing with all this money?
Saving. You know, I have been enjoying it a little bit. I finally started to learn how to let up and, you know, just learn how to finally spend it on myself a bit. So yeah, I just been, you know, having fun with it. But now learning how to save a bit more, just because I realize, oh, it could go so quick. But yeah, no, just I guess that's a con.
It doesn't end. Like it's another Gucci, it's another. I'm like, stop it! Like invest. He's young too. He's also very young. He started like you, very young, and he became a master very young.
I think another con too is also, as much as I could be mature, I guess, to an extent, I also don't know much about life. I don't know much about things that like I feel like I will learn in about 10 more years. Like learning things like residual income and things where I could, you know, make myself more money. And like I wish I had the wisdom. If I was 30 right now, like I wish I could give myself that wisdom now, so I know what to invest in, and I would be more motivated to do that. Or even further down the line, who knows? But like there's certain little things I know I want to invest. It's more just learning about what, and just not knowing. And I don't have enough life experience in general to know where I want to put these things. So I guess that would be like a con to being like younger, because I'm like I'm like, knowledge is my curse, and I want to know, but I don't know like where to even start, you know.
It's just the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because when I was your age, I was also very established. I working, and you know, I did well.
Mm-hmm.
Not like you are like in a different level, but I had a nice car, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I was doing like facials and eyebrows, like waxing.
Mm-hmm.
So you can only do so much, like
Yeah.
with makeup, like sky's the limit, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, literally.
Mm-hmm.
So I just felt like, oh, I knew everything. But
Mm-hmm.
it's funny because I was talking with my father-in-law,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a super successful guy. Like he retired very young. His company became public, and
Wow.
you know, he had like this burglary alarm company.
Mm-hmm.
And then I
Wow,
said,
good job to him. That sounds very difficult
yeah.
to be able to
And
manage.
he also self-starter. Like he was, yeah, he did the first, like he's very good with his hand, like to make electric stuff.
Yeah.
He is like keypad or whatever. Like he did like burglary alarms and stuff.
Wow.
But he was telling me, and he's older right now, you know,
Mm.
he was telling me that I said, oh, maybe I will get like a business coach. He says, why do you need a business coach? I'll help you.
Yeah.
And I'm okay. I'm like, well, I don't know, you know, it's different. He goes, Claire, you know, how old is he now? He's almost 80 years old. And he says, trust me, when I was your age, I thought I knew everything. And he's talking about my age. You're like less than half my age.
Mm-hmm.
He says, every time, every year, you learn something else and something else. Like life brings you things or things to the people around you. And you just, you know, learn from that. And you learn from your mistakes. And I say, you know what? He has point. Like, like, I don't know. I guess it's a good thing that you're not a coach at 21. I wouldn't want to be 21-year-old. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. And I feel like
maybe if you were very successful, maybe I would. Then I would say, how did he do that? Well, like, I would want to be coached by you to learn microblading.
Mm-hmm. That would be,
like,
that would be like a different, I think, that was, because
different. It's different. You're right.
Yeah, because with that one, I feel like that would be more of a motivational point, because I'd be like, well, look at this 21-year-old. Like, if he did it, I could definitely do it. And I love saying that to like parents too, like you know, people that have kids. I'd be like, girl, like if I could do it, you could definitely do it. You've been, you know, like they're definitely different. But I think that's a hard part too. Like what you were mentioning with like every year that you go and you know, some life throws something different at you. I think that's really tricky. And I feel like with time, I hope to be a bit more like, I guess more lenient with life, because I'm like, I just want to have a grasp on everything, but not the way life is. You have to take it as it comes, and it's just such a tricky thing.
You have to ride it. You're in a canoe and you're just riding, you know, in the creek or whatever. Yeah. Let's see what they're saying. Hold on. Your motivation. Were you always artistic before going into PMU?
Not at all, actually. All like I have no correlation, honestly. I could barely draw with a pencil, but it's weird. I could draw with a damn blade. It makes no sense. But yeah, no artistic background.
Just can't believe that. So weird. What's your drive?
Family, and yeah, for sure. What drives me every day is making sure, like, I want to myself too. I want to make sure I could retire early one day, and I just want to make sure I could take care of my grandma at least and my mom too. It's like my goal. I want to make that's ultimate goal. They're my only family. It's basically just them. So I want to just make sure I always have them.
Care of my grandma, and now my mom lives with me. I take care of my mom.
Oh, see, that's something I would not mind doing at all either. Family's very important.
Best.
Yeah.
My grandma always said to me, she says, the more you give, the more you receive. Do you remember the code or the message in your kit?
Yeah.
It's in the kit. The more you give, the more you receive.
Oh.
True.
How was it reading that, the first order of your kits? Like when you finally got them, when you saw that little quote, did you get choked up reading that? Because you're like, oh my God, this is real. This is a kit.
I know. And you know what? Because at the time, I also had Glenn as a partner, and then I had Kati Ramses. And I said, do you mind if I write this? And they're like, no, it's beautiful. And it's so true. And it's just a part of my grandma that I want to put in my company, you know?
Yeah.
But it's so true, you know, the more I give, I'm not talking about money, like knowledge and love and caring, you know, like this is what brought Beauty Angels, and it was like a big deal for us. Like, you know, we've had like masters, like we had to let go of some masters because these masters were not what I thought belonged to Beauty Angels, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't want any competition. I didn't want those things. Oh, you know, he has more students than me, and I'm like, I didn't want that energy. I
Yeah,
just
because you know what that's like already, and you don't need more of that. You don't want that in your own inner circle, considering how like everything
so
is
true.
already.
And you know what? And some people like not that long ago let go
Hmm.
trainer, and my husband like, well, she buys kits, and I'm like, no, I don't care how many students she could get. It's just not healthy for my company. And
No.
I want good people who share, who are nice, and who are nice to the students in our
Mhm.
community. So that message to me, it's like gold, and I stick, you know.
And it reflects and it shows throughout your trainers, and it goes throughout the students as well. Because if you groom them, if we were grooming them in a, like not like that, but like we're grooming them with that mindset and everything, it stays like that. And if you have a trainer that's kind of falling short over here, who knows what that side of their students are going to be doing?
Whole percentage though, look at like how many people we have. We are now almost 100 trainers. We're some
Wow.
even more by now, and they're all so nice, and even the
Mm.
students are so nice, like the
Yeah.
student group, like they're helping each other. They're all like great. I love it. I mean, it's just amazing. There's not one category in that group, you know.
Mhm.
It's
Even in the classes too, which I love, like because I've assisted a handful, I've taught one. Like just seeing how everyone even interacts with each other because you're coming in with that mindset of it not being such a damn competition. Like we show that and everything. You could see it in the classes because I couldn't imagine even what if you're teaching a live course and there's kind of that cattiness there. All of the
right.
courses I've been to.
First thing that I tell them,
Mhm.
you know, we are not competitors. We're
Mhm.
colleagues.
For
Competition
sure.
is so, and colleagues, you grow together, you know.
Yeah.
And that's actually what's going to be in the new business model of Beauty Angels. It's
Mhm.
really, you're going to have to wait to hear.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see, we're almost at our hour. My god, it goes so fast.
I did.
Did you ever do Groupon?
No. No, never did. Just because we hear so many horror stories, and I don't want my name and
I
being anywhere near Groupon.
I only like Groupon if you're not charging and you want to get experience. I like it. I like for that, but nothing else.
That's smart. That's true. Yeah, nothing else though. No, no, no Groupon over here.
Do we celebrate your milestones? Do you mean like Beauty Angels 1 year, 2 year? Is that what it is? I don't know.
Like
Uh,
so like going from like artist to gold to silver to gold and an assistant. I celebrated each one, but the day I became a master trainer, oh my god, I like blacked out. I like I popped the bottle. We all got drunk, and I was like, call my mom,
oh my
and
God.
I was like, oh my god, I just became a master. This, and that. And then she started crying on the phone. She's like, this is what you've been wanting for so long. I'm like, I know, it's so crazy. And I remember I called my grandma. She was freaking out. And then I told my stepdad. He's been like a huge mentor and coach for me because he has a couple businesses. So he's the one that's kind of been there, like helping me, like at least understand and grasp this stuff. But I called him. He was super proud. And like even all the other smaller milestones, like I still celebrated them. I'd be like, hell yeah, I just got promoted. I'd always drink, like always do something like that, or just go out to dinner.
I think it's important because like your own milestones. I couldn't celebrate my milestones because of coronavirus, but I was gonna my first year anniversary. And then even the second year anniversary passed by, and then we couldn't do anything.
Mhm.
But I think it's so nice to be able to recognize
Yes.
what you accomplished.
And I think it's important for artists to always recognize that because if you never recognize it, you're almost gonna get lost you're gonna get lost for a second. You're like, well, what am I working for? Like what
What?
is all this work? Yeah, you have to take those little checkpoints and put them there and be like, oh my God, well, I did do this, and then it realigns you and it
It,
realigns your goals.
it gives you more gas. It gives you
Mhm.
more energy. It gives you more willingness to keep going forward. I think
For
it's
sure.
really, really. I think it's important to recognize your milestones.
Super, super important.
Your level. Actually, when you finish an advanced course, you become a silver angel, which is like the one uh, higher rank. And then for gold angel, you have to submit 5 of your works to, it's called level up at beautyangelsacademy.com. and the academy decides whether it's good or not. And then for master assistants and master trainers, I decide. So you better be me.
Yeah,
Just
yay.
kidding. Okay, so let me see. I just don't want to miss anything.
No, you're good. It's okay. Don't worry.
Oh my God, I have so much. We're gonna do another live. How did you
Yeah,
get
let's do it.
times of defeat? Do you have any tips? This is important. Do you have any tips for the people watching to not wait and get your life started?
Let's see. Any tips and any more? Let's see. I would say if you ask any PMU artist, you know, if they feel successful or if they are successful, if they feel they love what they do, each one of them is going to say yes. It is such a rewarding career through and through, both financially and just also mentally. Like we change people's lives, and it's just such an incredible thing. I would say any tips to get your life started? No, I would say no tips. You got to just go for it because there's always good.
Go sign up for Zander Lux course.
Yeah, I'm based in Vegas. If anyone's in Vegas, I am teaching. I have a couple courses coming up. I'm actually going to get those posted very, very soon. But yeah, no, I would say no tips on getting signed up. Just do it. There's a million reasons to always say no, but you got to look at the evidence and like everyone around us. It's an amazing career and through.
I agree. So before we finish off, okay, I just asked you that. What was that anything that I missed that I didn't ask you that I should have asked you?
No, I think you covered everything pretty good. We'll have to do another live if we missed anything.
I know, right? Well, you are an inspiration. You may not think that you accomplished something so big because a lot of people, whatever. I mean, it's really big. We love you and people love you. And I can't wait to see your boyfriend's success also. Maybe he'll be the next removal master, right?
Hey, that's what I'm trying to push up to. Thank you so much, Claire. I'm so honored, and just thank you for having me on this live today. You made me feel so comfortable. I came in a little nervous, but you really warmed me up. So thank you. Love you. Thank you so much for making me a master. What happened?
You know what I used to say? This is funny. When I was with Fibrows, like people would get like intimidated. And then I would always make a joke saying, listen, I'm not a monster. I'm just a master.
No, literally. I don't know why I came in so scared. Like, oh my gosh.
But anyway, let's see. Keep doing your thing. Yes, you're doing amazing.
Thank you.
But she can't understand, but she loves Justin's word. What? I don't know what this is. Okay. Well, thank you again, Justin, for
Thank you, Claire.
I loved it. Mwah. Have a good night. You still have the night. I'm going to bed. No, just kidding. I don't answer my students now. So
yeah, right. Got time to go work a little bit more. Alrighty, my love.
Bye.
You have a good night. Bye.